Hello.
Hi, Lam. How are you?
Good. It's Lam and Lami.
Yeah, my official name is Ranju, but I do have a pet name, same like yours. So, yeah.
Yes, exactly the same. How is everything?
Very good. How are you? I
Good.
really
It was
missed you.
a difficult day with the kids, but I do. Last week we did not talk that
Yeah.
much, but here we are.
Alrighty.
Doing it
Welcome
again.
to our podcast, Lala Pods. This is
Yes.
officially our first episode, and
Episode.
today we're gonna talk about some hot topic. Must be hot topic for people.
Yes.
This is like
It is hot topic for us as
yeah,
well.
yeah, exactly. Very excited to talk about it. So this is like kids or no kids. We are not having a debate or arguments or anything like that. We are just having a very open conversation where Lamia is having 3 kids and I am having a child-free life at the moment. So we'll be talking about a lot
True.
of facts and in a very casual way. We're gonna just talk about our experiences from our lives, right?
That's true. And we just wanna come to the conclusion it is if it is the kids the only blessing that we can have on this life, or it's okay to pass parenthood.
Sure.
And since you said we are coming from two different opposite
Yeah.
life, I'm a mom of 3 kids and somebody who wants that since very long time. And to now we don't know the future, but to now you are not somebody who decided that he want to go to that ride. So I do have a lot of questions for you.
Me too.
And I do believe you
Yes,
have a
a
question for me.
lot, a lot.
I can
Basically, we
imagine. I
never
can
had
imagine.
this conversation open. Like, we never,
Yes.
life happened and we were like really busy. You moved to France and
Yeah.
we got really
Yeah.
separated. So we never got time to discuss deep things. Like, so basically, we do
True.
talk a lot, video calling, normal calls. We basically talk a
Yeah.
lot.
I do have like some random things we have discussed in different times. Like it was not only in one session. Something you might have faced, or giving you all the details that does happen between me and my kids. So we did have that small conversations here and there, but a huge conversations with details and questions to ask directly for you. We never did that. So that's why we choose actually this topic to be our first
True.
topic in our podcast.
Very true.
So
Basically, same like you, this is new for me because hearing from her experience
yeah.
is new for me, as
Yeah.
well as for you.
Yeah.
As viewers, it will be new for you as
Yeah.
well.
True, that's
Yeah.
true. The first question I'm gonna ask you about this
Oh my
topic.
God. We started.
Yes, we did start it. We are gonna start slow. Actually, there is no big questions, but I do think this question many different will think about it. Why does it scare you, the idea of having kids, or why you don't feel like you want to have kids?
It's very simple for me. Very, very simple. It's not I'm scared or something. It's just that I don't have this
Yeah.
feeling of having kids.
Okay.
This is as simple as that. Like, I basically, we all in our lives, we go with the feeling we have. Okay, you want to do this job, you want to go to this place, you want to travel.
True. That's
And
true.
this natural
That's true.
feeling of having a child, it never came to my mind. It was
Yeah.
never a
Yeah.
strong feeling that I should act on. So as simple,
Yeah.
it definitely comes with a lot of.
Was it something natural? Like, was it
It was
something
very natural.
since very long time before marriage, when you were a kid, you already decided that you didn't want to have
Honestly,
kids, or
when I was a child, I do have seen other kids, and it was pretty annoying for me when I was even a child. I'm a kid,
okay,
and I feel kids are annoying. So imagine. So
okay,
it came very young age. Yes, there were some times like you were having intrusive thoughts like kids might be cool and stuff, but it never become a very
yeah,
serious thought that you want to act on. So for me, it never came in my mind, or it was never it was never an enthusiastic say yes.
You never imagined yourself having your
own child,
small baby,
never.
And
I would
no,
say, if you
never.
want a very
Okay.
honest answer, never imagined. I never imagined. I had friends in school. those who were like having ideas, plans for their kids,
Mm,
they
mm.
say, oh my God, I'm going to do this to
Yes.
my kid.
Yes.
And I could never, yes, for example, yes, I don't, oh my God, yes. I could never relate. I was like, okay.
Mm,
Yeah. So
mm.
how
And
about
for
you?
now, it's
I pretty much I know, but I want to ask you.
for me actually being mom. I felt it's apart from me since very long
Yeah.
time, even since before I got married. I did not know that I needed to convince myself, or should I, or a question actually myself, should I have a kids or not? I knew it that I want to have kids. And
Uh,
since the beginning,
I
when
know.
I just got married, how obsessive I was,
Honestly.
because in my religion, we cannot think about having kids before marriage. And as soon as I got married, I was very obsessed in the first 3 months about having kids. I have tried every single recipe written on the internet to make me pregnant, to help me get pregnant. After 3 months, I think, from my marriage, I was pregnant, and it didn't end up as a miscarriage. And the obsessiveness
Yeah,
continued till I got pregnant
it
and
was
had my
more
own kids.
intense.
It was, yes. And the first thing we thought about it when we came here to France, I think that was our second month when we were here in France. We were started looking about IVF. I don't know if I have shared that with you before
No,
or not.
no.
No,
You haven't.
we yes, because we were not actually going to be approved by the insurance, because it was not since very long time since I got
You got
pregnant. And
married. Like you just got
since I got married and since I got pregnant last time. So I was not going to be getting approved by the insurance. And we started looking into the prices, actually. And the problem is, I had somebody who was a partner with me in this crime.
yeah,
Like, he
yeah.
was
This is like a
obsessive, I think, the same way with
collective
me.
work.
It was. And we were discussing, and we came with one decision that we will give our time 1 year. And if we did not had kids by that time, we will go for IVF privately. And that conversation which we had at that time, I was pregnant with my kids, and I didn't know it at the time. It was in the very early of my pregnancy, and I didn't know I was pregnant at the time. So there was
With our
craving at that
twins.
time even. Yes. Yes, with the twins. So yes, being a mom, it was something I always wanted. I had many dolls that they were my kids. I was changing for them. I think I have seen quite kids doing the same, like pretending their doll it's their baby. And that idea, it stayed with me for quite a
It
long
really
time.
sounds beautiful.
And I just feel completed after having kids.
Oh my God.
I do feel my kids were a healing part for me. I don't know what I was healing from, but I think because I did not have that great childhood, and I was born in a divorced parent. I was not living with my both parents, just living with my mom and her parents. I wanted to have that family home. I wanted to have kids growing in our house, like me and the dad house, watching every milestone, experiencing everything. I don't know. I wanted that so badly that I was so obsessive with that. So, yeah, that's my part about it.
I know pretty much about it, but yeah, you really sound so authentic, until and unless
Yes.
you don't get that enthusiastic yes to a child,
Yes.
you are not a parent.
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah, I'm
that.
not a parent.
I would say that because
I would say the same. It's a huge responsibility. We do agree on that. It's not like just having a kid just to be called as a mom.
no title.
Somebody with just for title. No, it's actually not like that. It's a completely different experience. It's a huge responsibility. Just imagine you are responsible about one human from A to Z, and he depends on you on every single thing.
Okay.
You are the world for them. That's a huge meaning for me. So I respect that, and I feel I'm so grateful to have 3 beautiful kids that I love, and I'm seeing their love, which is unconditional. It's something I cannot, I think, prescribe more in
I
warmth. Actually, you
think
cannot find good
I
words
think
about
I
that.
understand. I understand, because we are having each other in our lives, and I'm seeing pretty much how you are
Yeah,
having your kids around, and I can see that. And
yeah,
I'm so
yeah,
happy.
yeah.
I'm so proud and happy for you, because raising
Thank
one
you.
is a challenge, and I am seeing many of my friends around me are having horrible lives. And
Yeah,
obviously they say that they don't regret, or but their
yeah.
actions makes me feel like, I don't know, they are just kind of stuck in between, because most of my friends
Mm,
are like, at least they were like having kids, and for a few years they didn't work, or they didn't work on their career.
mm,
So they
mm.
find it hard, and many of my close friends
It
are,
is hard.
yeah,
It
telling me
is.
this thing. So how
It
do you
is. It is
overcome
hard.
that part, like, like that kind of feels like, for me, I feel very secured and independent, because I'm having a going on life,
Mm,
and all of a sudden, knowingly or
mm.
unknowingly, you will be having a stop right there, right? So how do you feel
Yes,
about it?
yes. Um, it's actually very, very hard to answer that because we went from a family of two-person, me and my husband. Easy life. Whenever we want to go somewhere, we go. Whenever we want to travel somewhere, we go. And suddenly we have to pre-plan every single thing.
Exactly, exactly.
We are a family now of five.
Yeah.
Everything needs to be changed. The house was needed to be changed. The car needs to be changed. Our plannings needs to be changed. A lot of places we were having in mind that we want to go, we can't go now because actually our kids will not enjoy that
Mm-hmm.
place. We will enjoy, but our kids will not enjoy that place because what they are gonna do
Yeah,
there
but
if it's not
humanely,
somewhere where they can play and everything.
this is kind of, yeah.
Humanly,
How do you take that part? Like, for me, I can't imagine. I'll be like
I don't know.
fussy.
I No, I don't know. I think it just came natural. I didn't actually try to work on things just to make me accept the idea that it's hard or I should just go slow. We really did not have that conversation. We just went with it because
It was like a flow.
we were not expecting. Yes, we just worked with the flow. We were just like going step by step. The first year it was quite difficult because
Mm-hmm.
twins and everything needs to be organized for them and everything needs to be pre-prepared for them, and I got pregnant again with my daughter when my kids were only 3 months, so that make it more complicated, but to be honest we were not
Mm-hmm.
complaining. We had gone through many difficult situations that everybody's
Mm-hmm.
tired,
Mm-hmm.
we will just take a rest. Tomorrow it's gonna be another day. That's actually how we took it. We just took it day by day. We did not take it hard on us. And I think what it did help me a lot that my husband is somebody who does not just stay on the
Mm-hmm.
corner and watch, or not just because he's working outside he has nothing to do with whatever is happening inside. He did help me a
Okay.
lot and I could not imagine doing this without his help. I think that's what make my life more
Mm-hmm.
easy, to be honest. He's involved in every single detail.
So sweet.
In I can tell you this, if I went outside or I had to do something, spend a time in an appointment or whatever it is, I don't have actually to write down for him whatever needs to be done, or he does not need to call me every single time to tell me what should be done now, what should I give him now, who should.
That's a
No,
great
he knows
partner.
everything
That's
because
a great partnership, actually.
it is a great thing. Fathers did not recognize that the mom needs
Yeah.
them,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's not only because she's a stay-at-home mom that means she's responsible about the kids 100% without any help from the dad. That's totally wrong. Actually, the dad is responsible for that
It's
kid
equal.
the
You
same
both
as
made
mom.
a child, and it's
It's
very
equal.
equal.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Regardless
it's
you
equal.
are working,
So
not working. Yeah. I
yes,
think it should be
yes,
like
yes,
that.
because staying at home mom, it
Now, I
should be
think the
like that,
society
and
is
I'm
very
so grateful
different.
for my husband. It is. Also, in my culture, actually, it is very different. I don't know. Maybe it changed now. Maybe it's a little bit better. I have no idea. But from the examples I have seen in my life, my father is one of them. I'm not ashamed to say that. He's not like
Yeah.
that. My father, he was not involved in anything. Maybe for him, it's like a small thing. He doesn't need to. to react or anything like that because the mom is there. And whenever he comes home, he was expecting that home to be quiet. He's not ready to hear the screams or the fussiness or anything like that. So that's the example I had in my
Mm-hmm.
life, which I was not
Mm-hmm.
happy about. And I have seen other examples as well. And I'm happy that I have choose a good
Mm-hmm.
person.
Yeah, that's amazing. I know.
Yes.
I know him. He's
It is
such a
amazing.
sweetheart.
He
Yeah, not
is. He is.
everyone
He
can
is.
do this because they are they are
Yes.
very society. How can I say? Society made them in a way that they are not part of this game. So I know a lot of
True.
people. I know a lot of people, even from my close circle. Sometimes I feel
Mm.
very uncomfortable and I feel very insecure to be with them. And I like
Mm.
them as a person. I like them, but they do have
Yes. Yes. I understand.
This part, they just
Yeah.
think they
Yeah.
don't have anything to do with us. Like their
Yeah.
partnership is
That's
not
true.
partnershiping on this area. I really do I feel bad for them, like especially for the mothers
Yeah.
actually. No,
That's why the people, whoever is deciding to have kids, they need to be understanding that it's
I
both.
guess they should
It's
basically.
for both.
For me, like when I'm talking about myself, I didn't came to a conclusion of not having a child yesterday. No, it didn't happen like that. We had a
Mm.
long conversation, late night talks for ages because me and my husband, we were in a relationship for a
Yeah.
very long time, very, very long time. So we
Mm.
had a
Mm.
lot of conversation, pros and cons, and likes and dislikes,
Mm.
like ages of discussion. And
Yes.
thankfully, it was never a thing for both of us. It's like we do have a great
Mm.
understanding, and I think we are on the same page, kinda.
That's
Yeah,
good. That's
it's
good.
so
Yeah.
because we are on the same side. I'm not feeling sad or something because I can't imagine I'm having a
Mm.
partner who wants to have a baby, and I'm saying no. That's gonna be so bad. I mean,
Yeah.
that's gonna
It's
lead
gonna be
to a lot of
complicated for
it's
you.
gonna lead to a
Yeah.
disagreement and hatredness and a lot of things. So
Yes.
basically, I want to say this to the people who are undecided or they don't know what to do. Have a deep conversation with your partner. Sit and talk. This is the only thing gonna help you because this is so
Exactly.
important. Same like you're discussing to have a child. Like not to have a child is
Sure.
equal. Like you need to sit and talk and finalize with a
Sure.
conclusion, and you need to open up. This is what I would say because
Sure.
for a
Sure.
few years back also we were like having this confusion and a confused phase in our lives, and we decided okay, we will talk it later because this is a very uncomfortable phase in our life because
Yes.
the culture you have, the upbringing you had, this is an entirely different
Mm.
environment because you are tuned
Sure.
in a way where you have to get married at certain age and where you have to have a baby at certain age. So this is you are tuned.
Exactly. Like that's exactly the same thing in my culture. Like having kids, it's a natural thing, should be happening after getting
Mhm,
married.
mhm. So it was an
It's
uncomfortable phase.
expected, and it should.
Yeah, but talk it
Yeah.
out. Open up, talk it out, take out all of your emotions to the table and let the other person see it. I
Yes.
mean, that's a successful
That's true. I
relationship.
agree on
Yeah.
that.
And
That's true.
if I do have colleagues and friends, those who are trying to convince me or trying to help me to change my thoughts.
I was gonna ask that. I was gonna ask that. How are you facing all this pressure about having kids and trying to convince you to change your mind? Maybe they will give you ideas, or maybe, I don't know, somehow they will be just putting more pressure on you as somebody who doesn't want to have
True.
kids. How are you dealing with this?
I would say societal pressure is not a joke. It's not a joke. It really
Mm.
puts you in a very trouble mode because you like those people, especially at work. I mean, when
Mm.
I talk about my workplace,
Yeah.
I do have a friendly atmosphere. Not everyone has that, but at the same
Mm.
time, there are people who poke you knowingly or unknowingly to make you feel down. Like for them,
Mm.
this is a bad decision. For them, I am being
Oh.
selfish.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm like, I do to most of them. I do give my honest opinion about my perspective of having kids. At the
Mm.
same time, there are a lot of people I do give them very random answers because I don't wanna hurt their feelings because it's a huge thing for them. Because they do
Oh,
have kids
okay.
back in home or with them, and they find it. I mean, this is what I wanted to point out. They made kids and they are back in home because of many other reasons in their life, most probably, and it's not their issue as well because at some point I think it's a huge privilege to have kids financially because you need to have a
Mm.
lot of financial freedom to have kids and to raise them with you.
Yes,
This is like
that's
privilege.
true.
You've been to UAE and you know it how things work.
Yes, yes, and you know this part of me that hates uh, having kids, but not with you.
Yeah.
And they are back on your home because I am somebody who did live that situation where at certain age, I think I was 13 years old when my mom wanted to get us a better life as all the moms, and she tried having a visa to UAE, a work visa to UAE, and she went there. She took me with her on the beginning, but it was quite complicated actually to settle down and to have a visa, a work visa, and I'm under her. So she decided at the time it's better for me to get to go back to my sister and live with my sister and my grandparents until she will settle down everything. So I approximately we stayed without our mom for almost 7 years, and that was the worst 7 years in my life, to be honest. And I do not encourage anybody who does have kids and leave them back on their home country just to give them a better life. I do appreciate whatever my mom she did for us, and I do believe every kid will appreciate that. But that certain age, I was just wanted my mom to be with me. I was actually stopped caring about anything else because I was unhappy. My sister was unhappy. We were going through under a lot of pressure. We did just wanted our mom to be with us. She was coming to visit us time to time, and it was not enough. It was not enough. We want her to stay there. We were feeling so empty without her. Whenever she was leaving, a lot of things we want. A lot of times we want to have that discussion or just talk to her and explain to her, and many different period of time that we just wanted her there and she was not there. At that time we did not have WhatsApp,
Mm.
internet. It was just
Communication was hard.
something. It was so hard. Like we were just waiting this call maybe every
Mm.
week, and it's just gonna be for a small period of time where we just be giving her updates and that's it. Just normal. We cannot have this comfortable conversation for a long time and be able to discuss everything. No, we didn't have that. So I do not like this idea having kids, leave them back on your home
Far
country and just
from
go
the
somewhere else
parents.
for a better.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, yes, I do believe have kids whenever you are ready to settle down with your kid and watch him grow under your
yeah,
eyes.
yeah. That's something.
That's all I can
I
say
think
about
that's what
this.
every
Yes.
kid wants because who wants to be away from your parents because they are the only
Yeah, I
reason.
mean, my dad was there, but he was not there at the same
Mm.
time. My dad, um, because he was divorced with my mother, so basically, I think he divorced us at the same time. When he divorced my mom, we were seeing him maybe in a summertime, and most of the time, also, we were not spending that summer vacation with him. Like he was putting us on his mom house, and because he was having completely different life, so we were not we were not actually spending that vacation with him. So I would not even consider that he was there at that time.
I'm sorry because oh my God.
I'm sorry for my childhood life
Yeah.
also. I'm sorry
I
for
mean
my
that
childhood
must be
life also.
really hard for you. I can't imagine
Yeah.
because back in India for my case, I think I don't know if it is like at this age at this time I think it's not yet common in India. It's family is a bit more closed, and somehow
Mm.
they are trying to be together. So basically,
Mm. Mm.
yes, I do had my parents with me, and I do had quite fine childhood. But
Yeah.
my parents, especially my mother, she is really sad because my decision is absolutely against her idea. So my mother is kind of, she's a very emotional person. So do I. I am a very emotional person
Yeah.
as well. But my mom, like, as you know, it's like a bit of Indian drama. I don't know. I'm sorry to call.
I do think it's not that. I think it's very mom. She was expecting or just waiting this day when
Oh,
her daughter will have her own kids.
yes.
So yeah, and then you would be surprising her. Not
Yeah,
me.
I mean, I do give her a lot of logical reasons for not having kids, but it's not
Yes,
logic enough for her.
for
Yeah,
her.
and I don't know. I think I'm trying every day. Like whenever we have conversation, I'm trying
Mm.
almost every day to tell her this is only by choice, and she already did her
Mm.
choice.
So this conversation is going on till
Oh,
now.
yes. Since since the day I got married,
Okay.
yeah. Since 2022 until now, this is just going on and on and on. My mother
Oh.
is a huge
Okay.
believer. She's I born as a Catholic as well. So she prays for me every day. So she prays for me every day. She gave me specific prayers that I should follow to change my mind, and it's
Mm.
I respect her feelings, but she's not respecting mine, where I'm sad about. But it's okay. Like by the time I think she will just go with the fact that I'm not converting.
Yeah. Hopefully, one day she will be accepting
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it's
She
not
have
for
a lot
you.
of
That you
questions.
don't want
Oh my
that.
gosh, she do have a lot of questions. She's like just pointing fingers, like why? A
Mm.
lot of whys. I do have a lot of
Yeah.
answers to her when it comes to this, how huge the responsibility we are talking about. And in a funny way, I'll tell her like the world is already overpopulated, why she want to have one more? And they are going to be in a very tough life. It's not like me or
Mm.
you, or the next generation is going to be
Mm.
super
Yes.
super tough. So in a very funny way, the other day we had me and my mom, mostly we talk with voice
You
notes.
don't want you want yeah, I do feel like you don't want to give your free life. You are enjoying this free life without
Yes,
responsibility,
yes.
right?
Like
Mm.
I do have huge responsibility at work, so I wanna focus on something that I like.
Mm.
I am really
Mm.
focusing on my career at the moment, and I think not everyone can understand how
Yeah.
effortful it is. Like you need to equally put a lot of
Yes.
efforts to your career that you're building up, and especially a country like
Mm.
UAE.
That's
UAE
true.
is very difficult these
Yeah.
days, like super tough
Yeah.
to build your career. This is something that you really have to consistent about, like in a way that you need to be super consistent and behind every
Mm.
day.
Mm.
And this is something
Yeah.
that I'm really enjoying doing. This is something like
Mm.
gives me high. Like if I'm having
Yeah.
a good day at work, it gives me high. Like probably if you're having a good day with
Mm.
your kids, you might be very happy, right? Very equal way.
That's
Yeah,
true.
this is very weird for few people, but I know as a friend you are really getting my point. But there are
Yes, I
people
do.
who gets weird about this. So
Mm.
this is kind
I
of,
get it. I get
yeah.
it. It's quite hard. I do think this question is gonna be a lot in people's mind. I do believe, I think it was in your mom's mind as well. Um, do you feel like you are gonna be missing out if you do not have a child?
Do I miss what?
Like, you are gonna be missing
Ah,
something
okay.
if you do
Like a
not have a child?
fulfillment or something.
Yeah.
I don't think I am missing anything. I really don't
Mm.
think. Uh, I think I'm so thankful to myself because I made this choice. Because
And it is not an easy decision actually to take.
exactly, because to overcome the societal pressure was a hard phase in my
Yeah.
life. and
Yeah.
somehow I came through it, and I'm not missing anything, and I am just happy
You're enjoying every single
every
time.
single day, every single moment. I'm liking
That's
the
good.
mobility, like you
That's
can
good.
walk around, you can move around, you can have your life that you always wanted to pursue your dreams. This is
Yes.
kind of gives me a lot of happiness, and as
Mm.
I said, like I chose this with full of my heart. So yeah,
Mm.
this is what I want to tell. I want to ask you this: how do you feel about the before after life? How do you like? I All right, I'm so sorry. This is gonna be a cut because I don't know, for some reason it just got disconnected.
Yeah.
How I wish if you were in this room, a very nice studio, you sitting opposite to me.
Oh,
That's a
how I
dream come
wish
true.
as well.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, me too, me too. Actually, actually, like imagine if we are in the same city, we will not be having time for
My
podcast,
goodness.
basically.
Yes. I don't know even actually if this idea was gonna come to our mind or not.
I know, right? Because
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of which, this is like a we wanted to have this done because we really want to be
Yes.
connected everywhere.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
All
That's
right.
true. Do
Coming
you
back to
remember
where
where
we
we
were,
stopped?
like, what?
Do you remember where we stopped?
Yeah, yes, 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 I do. Your Wi-Fi
Okay.
is, I think your sound is cutting again a little bit here and there.
Oh goodness. Why?
Ah, okay, okay. No, 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 no. It's okay now. It's okay now.
Sounds good. Okay.
It's not
So
okay.
what was it?
You're delayed, but I'm just gonna go ahead. Do you hear me on time?
I hear you on time. I can see your lips moving when it does match your sound.
Okay, okay, perfect. Because for me, it's like a little bit delays there. I don't know. It's gonna be okay. I think maybe
Oh,
because of Wi-Fi.
okay.
Yeah. Mm. Well, it's okay. All righty. So coming back to where we were like talking about, actually, I have some questions for you, like tiny questions. I wanted to, I think I tried to get to know that, but I just want to hear it from you.
Mm.
Um, how do you feel about the before after life? Do you miss anything, or how do you feel it? Like how do you cooperate with the new life?
I'm gonna answer that and I'm gonna just try to do not feel guilty about it because I do miss my life before. The most thing I miss about my life before it's that freedom which I had before. Um, for sleeping, I won't say the same because my kids, touch wood, they are sleeping perfectly through the night, so that's not an issue. But yes, I do miss the life we had before. I'm living here in France where my family is not nearby, so we did not go to a date, me and my husband, just once since we had kids, because it's hard actually where we can leave the kids. His parents, they are also not living next to us, and they are older. So having this life which we had before, having kids, that 1 year without having kids, that enjoying going out, going to dates, traveling, we cannot do the same. Yes, I
Mhm.
do miss this a lot. But on the same time, I have no regrets for
Okay,
sure.
that's what it is. Yeah.
Yes, I'm having no regrets at all to having them. That's completely not true. Even if it does sound guilty for me that sometimes I do feel my past life, but I'm just trying to convince myself that it's normal to miss that, but it does not mean that I don't want to have my kids now with me or I'm feeling uh regretted or something like that. Completely no. So yes, I do miss my life before, but I'm so happy in my present life,
I
like
swear to God,
right
I
now.
can't wait to see them. I really can't. The
Oh my
only,
goodness,
trust
how I
me, the
wish
only
this.
thing, the only thing in my mind is gonna be probably when I see them in real, like face to face, they are
Yeah.
not gonna be kids anymore. I don't know, I'm afraid of that moment.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. Guys, I need to tell you this. They have never seen her. They have never seen her in person. They just like see her through the camera whenever we are talking to each other. And even if they are on the room, on like till the end of my apartment, whenever they hear your voice, they just come to the phone and they kiss you, and they just like take the phone like this, like they are hugging you, the same way how they are doing with my mom and my sister.
Oh,
It's just so, I
I know,
want them to
right?
see you
Like,
directly.
trust me, I know that especially I know how cute, how honest, how
Yeah,
pure their emotions are. I
they
want to see
are.
them before they pass this age. You know,
Yes,
I
yes.
just want to see them. Like, fingers crossed. I'm waiting for that moment. Like,
Trust me,
trust
the
me.
same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We are trying to organize something where we can meet, but it's till now we have not yet come up with any date or any exact plan. She wants to come, I want also to go, but it just doesn't work at this moment.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping we can figure it out and we can just
No,
meet
I do
before
have this
before
very
they grow
strong
up.
feeling. Like, okay, let it be. I don't want to jinx it. Let it be. And let it happen at some point, just like
Yes,
that. Okay, the first
yes,
thing, if I'm gonna meet her, she's gonna faint. And if you're coming to me, I'll faint.
yes. Oh my god. And Rachel, I have put a lot of scenarios in my mind, trying to imagine how it's gonna be if I meet you and if I surprise you somewhere, maybe at your workplace, or if I have just organized something
Listen, this is
with your
very
husband and you
mutual.
would just,
This is very
oh my
mutual because
goodness.
on a okay daily basis, probably it's a lie, but weekly basis at least. Whenever I
Yes.
talk to you, whenever I disconnect the call, I planned this in my head and I prepared
See?
to
See?
behave.
Yes.
It's
Oh
gonna be
my
like,
goodness, it's the
I know,
same.
I know.
Hopefully we
That's
can make it.
yes,
Yeah.
fingers crossed. Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Coming back to our topic for today,
Conversation.
I was like, I was having so many things in my mind before I had this thingy started.
Mm,
I was
mm.
like, I was thinking I was just gonna ask a lot of things about these and that and all. But I think to our viewers, we are expecting to have a lot of people
Yes.
watching us, most probably, yes.
Yeah.
Sooner or
Hopefully.
later, we'll be, yeah, sooner or later, we'll be having them. So if someone decided, like, if they are in a point where they really want and they want some real time advices from a mother or a parent, what you gonna
Mm.
give to them, like the most important thing that you think?
Uh, See, being a parent, it's however how much advice you will give to anybody, and how whatever how much this person is gonna read on the book and to try to be prepared for this, never will be prepared. Never will be fully prepared. Um, because it's something when you experience it, it's completely different. We didn't know how to handle things, and it just came naturally. So what I would just say, go with the flow. Do not compare your life with anybody else.
Yeah.
Leave the moment and enjoy every single time of it, because time does flow. I have heard this a lot, that the time, it it does go
Flying.
fast.
It's
It
it's
does
so
fly.
fast.
And I was hearing this advice many times before, that enjoy every single thing, but I was not prepared for it, that it's going to be this much fast. I was, when they are newborn, that they crunch and they don't open their legs fully and everything. I was so sad when they stopped doing this. But after that, they start communicating more with me, starting like to smile, react to my voice, react when they see me. It's completely different than the first 2 months or 2 months and something. And then again, they started something new. So every single period of their time, it's something new. And it's going to be new
Mm.
to everybody. And it's still new, even if you have many kids.
Mm-hmm,
You will be
mm-hmm,
still
mm-hmm,
enjoying it the same.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
that's the only thing I'm going to say. Enjoy every single minute of it.
Okay,
Um,
I'm
tell me.
curious. I'm sorry I cut you off. I'm
Tell me.
curious because I know that you're a pro mother, all right? I really know because I pretty
I
much know
cannot
your
say
routine.
that. I can,
No,
yeah, but
sorry. You
I
need to
can
take this
see, I
credit.
can see.
take this credit. I'm telling you because I have seen your life and
Oh.
you are kind of a pro mother at this moment. And I want to ask you this. I know that you really like to try out new things, and
Mm,
I am so curious to know. Is there one thing? I don't know. Either you can answer or do not answer. It just
tell me.
quickly came in my mind. Is there any one thing that you did it by yourself without anyone's help? Like you didn't read anywhere, you didn't know from anyone. You just did that by yourself. You invented a kind of a process or anything, and you succeeded. Like, is there anything like as a mother to kids? Like, is there something like that?
Mm. Um, See, I don't know exactly. Being a pro mom, it's actually very big word. Actually, I do feel like whatever I do, it's still yet not enough. I grew up somewhere whenever I was when I had my kids with me, and I was asking my mom, "What should I do with this? What should I do with that?" She would tell me, "I don't remember what did I do with you." I was telling her, "You had two kids. I need an answer." She was like, "I really don't remember." Because at their time there were no internet. They
Hmm.
were just like following whatever the others
They've
did.
been taught.
So
Hmm.
yes, so for me actually, I was having this opportunity to have the internet, and I'm an Arab, but I was interested in other videos, like more US videos, English videos, and I was getting.
Europeans.
Yes, and I was having a lot of things. It was good for me to utilize, like sleep training. I know people, there are many people so against it, but there are methods which actually does support this because,
Oh, you mean to say
I,
there are people who don't agree with the sleeping, what is
training.
it called?
Yes,
Training.
sleeping
Oh,
training
oh.
methods because they are saying you should not let the kids cry out because they do get scared, and I do understand all that and I do agree with all that, but the method which I have followed, it was smooth. We did not have a problem with that because at that time when I started sleep training my twins, they were 4 months. So I divided whatever meds they were taking at night. I was giving them at the daytime, so I'm sure that they have the full food or nutritions that their body needs. And at night, whenever I was putting them to bed around 7:30 in the evening, it was in our room. I was
Mm.
not comfortable to keep them
Put them
completely
away.
away on the yes. So they were sleeping in our room. When I started sleep training, it was directly hit with a sleep progression. Sleep progression, it's a period of time when kids, they keep waking up, keep fussing at night, fussiness at night, just crying, not comfortable, like doing small naps at night. So that was a hard time. So I was not leaving my kids crying out. I was not comfortable to do that. My kids were assured that I am there with them. And at any single time, whenever they were waking up, they were able to see mama's bed and baba's bed is just next to them. So it was assuring them that we are not gone. We were just there. Even at night, whenever they were waking up crying at that regression period time, we were there.
Hmm.
So when that 2 weeks passed, it was heaven.
Wow.
My kids
I
are
think we should
sleeping through the
start a
night.
separate podcast about raising kids because you really sound pro.
Ah, I am not pro. Thanks to all the videos I have watched and all the experienced people that I have watched, and I have just tried to see whatever it is gonna work with me, and I tried to see that. Definitely, I was just trying to adapt my situation, to my own situation, because not all kids are the same. My kids, I do believe they were easy kids to go with that, and they are till now they are sleeping perfectly, apart if they are
Wow.
sick or they are having some issues, or maybe even actually for them I did not have problems whenever they were teething. No, I didn't feel anything. My daughter, she was a little bit having hard time with her teethings, and the same thing with her. I did not had a hard time for sleeping. I followed the same thing for my kids, and it did help me a lot. We are having good nights. Happy parents, happy kids.
Happy
That's what I
kids.
would say.
Basically,
Yes.
so this is one thing that you tried and succeeded, I guess.
Yes,
Wow,
this
that's so
one, it did
nice.
help me a lot. The other thing I have seen also through the internet, that the pacifier, I have stopped it directly after 1 year because I didn't know something like that was existed. Seeds, which is sudden death infant syndrome, and that can happen without any reason for the first year of the kid, that they can die without any explanation, their heart will just stop. So the pacifier was something will help them, comforting them and everything. So I was so happy to do that. I introduced pacifier for them since day one, and after 1 year we stopped it, and it was not also a hard thing. Like, we found also methods through the internet. I'm really gonna be repeating this. I have seen this through the internet.
All new moms, listen to her. All years.
Because I didn't know personally that having pacifier after one teeth will damage their teeth. They will be needing having braces on the future, and after 1 year, the pacifier actually does have no use at all. It did the purpose of the 1 year, and after that, actually, it just damaged for the mouth and for their teeth. So we stopped that, and my 3 kids right now, my 2 years twins and my 1 year daughter, they stopped having their pacifier after 1 year and 1 week. And that's
Okay.
also something very, very helpful. The things which I found complicated and the others have succeeded, it was the food lead weaning. When you
What's
give them
that?
pieces and everything, it's actually after 6 months, you should be introducing food for them. They need to take it with their hands, and they need to keep trying till they will be eating full pieces independently. I was not succeed with that. I couldn't do that because my kids at 2 months, especially the twins, they didn't want to have milk. We bought every single milk on the market. They didn't want it, and I was so concerned about that. I took them many times to the hospital. I was like telling them he's refusing to have his bottle, and the doctor one time he told me, just like, stop buying milk. It's not gonna change anything. It's just that there is kids at certain age, or some kids in general, they just don't want to have milk. So just wait till they are 4 months and you can start having purees for them. That's what we did. And because we started with purees, they wanted to have purees till they were almost 1 year. And it was so hard for me to give them pieces and start from the beginning to give them French fries or anything to take it on their hand, because they didn't want to touch anything with their hand. They were so disgusted. Anything will come to their hands. They were so disgusted and they will not eat. So I was the one who needs to feed them, and just now, not since very long time, I would say maybe 4 months, they start eating it dependingly. My daughter still a little bit here and there having purees, but she's doing good, unless the kids. So I wouldn't say I came up all that by myself. No. Thanks to the internet, it taught me. I was not born as a mom, and my mom was not with me, so the internet really did help me a lot with this.
Oh,
So
that's
I
good
didn't
to
come
know.
up everything with myself. No.
No, you need to have that willingness to search for things,
Yes.
not to settle for what you know.
Yes.
This is like
Yes.
something
Exactly.
new, that you're opening yourself to knowledge, and you're
Yes.
admitting the fact that you need to learn certain things and to adapt.
Oh yes. Yes.
So
That's
yeah,
for sure.
give
That's for
some
sure.
credits for yourself. Yalla.
Okay, I will give credit to that I did search. That I did
Yeah.
search a lot, either with my kids, either with my daughter for breastfeeding. I have tried as much as possible to search and see others what they are saying apart from my culture, because my culture was, if I
I
told
know.
my if I
Arab and
told
Indian culture
for
are a lot of alike. There are a lot
right
of
right
similarity. Oh, yes, yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. So that's the only thing I'm just gonna say to anybody who's watching. Just be open to see what others are doing. It's not because your culture forced you or teached you something that's mean it's the
I
only way.
think that is a catch, because if you're gonna search everything out there and gonna follow, probably you'll be in a trouble too, because it's just my feeling, right?
No,
You need to pick.
yes, you need to pick, and you need to see what's gonna be working best for you. When I was trying for this training, sleep training for the kids, there was many methods, and I was not so comfortable actually to let my baby cries out. It was not even possible. So the best way we have decided to do that, we will not put them on their rooms. We are gonna bring them to our room, and till they were fully sleep training, like they were sleeping all through the nights, that's when we moved them back to the room with camera and monitoring them and everything. So you have a lot of options through the internet. Choose whatever is going to be comfortable for you and for you adapting to your situation. Definitely there is many good and bad things. We are not going to just say good things only, but there is good and bad things. Just be picky and see what's going to work for you and adapt with your situation.
Listen to her. That was quite a lot of explanation, which is really solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
people really find it helpful to grow in their mom period as well.
Let's keep it that.
Yeah, let's keep it in that way. Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
Can if we want to ask back to our conversation, do you think can somebody live a full life without having kids?
Absolutely. Like from my
Yes.
perspective, I think you can choose the life you want, and you can
True.
definitely live the life you the way you want it to be. Like
That's
there is
exactly true.
nothing. I would always say this to my fellow people. Like you are you are having a beautiful life, and you are
Yeah.
compromising yourself to this societal pressure, and you are doing something that you don't want. Please don't do that to yourself. This is going to ruin your
Yes.
entire life, your happiness, your probably everything you have at the moment. I think
Yeah.
this is, I already mentioned it earlier, but this is very strong point where you have to stand up for yourself and follow your choice. Because um, like within my circle, as I said earlier, within my circle, there are so many of my colleagues and friends. They were doing something that they don't want to be, and they were
True.
having a robotic life because they did
True.
this. They don't have any other
True.
choice. They just like
True.
brought those poor kids to this life, and they are forced to just go with the flow. So basically you are doing so bad for the kid as well as for
Mm.
yourself. So you'll be like
Mm.
putting everyone in a very bad position, and those
Yeah.
who were talking about it, those who were pushing you, will not be there for you. They are just gonna vanish
Exactly.
away. They are not
That's
there.
true.
So
That's true.
don't do this if you are not sure. I mean, I would definitely say that.
Yeah. Just
And
imagine if you are having a kid that you were not exactly wanted.
prepared
Just
for.
imagine the life you are gonna be having, and imagine the life this kid is gonna be facing.
True, true, true. How many of them we know each other? Like, many.
Oh yes, we are not gonna be pointing definitely any names, but yes, we did experience a lot of people like this. And it's sad to see. As a mom, it's sad to see kids are going through this, and I do believe it's sad for you also to
It's
see
sad for me as
a
well because,
mom to see she's having
yeah,
something and she's not enjoying it, right?
actually, I want to say this because trust me, I love kids. I love seeing them. I love human being. Like, we
Yeah.
like people. So basically, there are
Yeah.
some group of people. They do have this misinterpretation of my life. Since I don't want kids, I'm like an anti child, or I don't like them or something like that. It's not like that
Yeah.
at all. I
Yes.
love them.
Yes.
They are cute. They are the cutest thing. Like puppies. They are kids are cute. They can
Yes.
be
Yes.
annoying, but they are cute. So
True.
basically, putting them in a very trouble that they didn't wished for, this is so bad for them.
That's true. And we should also normalize something that if somebody doesn't want to have kids, and he doesn't mean he hates kids, and he doesn't mean
Exactly.
that he did went through a very bad childhood,
Yeah.
and it doesn't mean that yeah, that's actually what I want to say. It just
It's
means
simply
that
their
this person,
choice.
yes, that person is simply
Also,
decided to don't want to have kids.
there are so many people, even in my country, so many of them, celebrities and people, they are doing a lot for children. Like,
Hmm.
in terms of
And they
education,
don't
in
have
terms
their
of.
own.
Exactly. They don't have their own kids, but they're doing a lot for others, like a lot of orphan
Yes.
kids, like
Yes.
mainly I would say education, because in India we know, I wanted to name this celebrity. Oh my God, I really forgot her name. She's pretty famous, like she's very, very famous, worldwide,
Mm,
I would say. And
mm,
she's a child free. She was having some relationship, but I think she broke off already. But then she do this, I will search for the name and I will let you know later. But she do a lot of things for kids.
yeah,
There are people out there, they think that it's not necessary to bring your own child, but at the same time available for other kids, those who are not having anyone to take care of. So
exactly.
this is all about your um
Decision
idea.
about your
Yeah,
choices.
exactly. So I think strongly follow your in
Instinct.
inside feeling or instinct. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly, instinct. just
yeah.
just follow what your heart says, because
Which is
sometimes it
that's
can be
that's gonna
confusing.
be exactly, that's gonna be my next question related to that. What would you say to somebody who's undecided?
Okay, don't decide yet, because this is also a decision. Oh my God.
Yes,
Because
yes.
being undecided is also a decision, because you're skeptical. The moment you're
Mm,
skeptical, you
not
you
really.
pause for a second. Exactly. You pause, you take your whole life to take a decision, because it's always good to do a right decision rather than doing
Exactly,
a wrong
exactly.
one
I
and
would say the
suffer.
same. Yeah, I would
Yeah,
say the same. Take your time and decide. Because if you decided that you don't want to have kids, then you were just having this free life just to enjoy because you have already decided that. And
exactly.
if you decided that you want to have kids, that's when you will be more prepared and you will be settling more your life, either financially, emotionally, physically, everything.
Compromises as
And
well. You need to compromise a lot of things.
exactly, you need to be ready to compromise a lot of things because
Exactly.
when you have kids, you are not number one. They are number one. You will be all the time thinking about yourself next after. You will be thinking first about them. Either they are having everything they need, emotionally, they are having everything they need, feeling that love that they deserve, and then you will be you. So you need to be compromising about many, many things in your life. So if you are ready to take all that, then yes, you can decide whatever you want. Either
It
have kids
was
or not have kids, but take your time.
exactly. It was such an insightful talk. Trust me.
Yeah.
And it's more than, I think it's more than an hour already.
I do think it's more than an hour. Yes.
Yeah. All right. I think this topic was never ending. It's never gonna end, because
It does
there are
not
two
gonna
things.
end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
two things, because we do have mom, and we have. I mean, we both are from different sides of
Yes.
the world, and we do have different things to say, and it's kind of
Sure.
never ending. But would you like
Yes.
to wrap it up?
Um, I would just wrap it up in this way. We did not came here actually to decide for people or to force them to change their mind or anything. We just did this episode to share ours and to let everybody know what I'm thinking and what Rinju she's thinking, and hopefully we can just hope that people will respect both, either the person who doesn't like kids and he have meet somebody who does have kids, or either somebody who does have kids and actually meeting somebody who doesn't want to have kids. That's the only thing we actually wanted from this.
True. I would say just give respect to both, because both
Yes.
are living their life by choice. Lamia came here and having her beautiful life by her choice, and I would say
Yeah.
I'm having the best life by my choice. So it's
Yeah.
both needs to be addressed with a lot of respect, because both takes a lot of courage to finalize the
Yes.
position they want to be. So
That's
I
true.
think this was really beautiful. Oh.
Yes, I love that. I love this. I love this episode actually. It just clears a lot of things, right? There was a lot
Right.
of things I didn't know about you before, and I just got to know it now. It's a good
Same,
things to
same,
know.
same. I never know
So,
about the sleeping. Oh my God! I think
right?
I would love to have an interview with you. I mean, let me interview you in an episode where I really want to know all these things, because this is. I think this will be a lot of insightful videos and
Yeah,
informations to a lot of people out there. Because
sure.
in
Let's do it.
India, we do not have a sleeping. Probably there will be, but as far as I know, there is nothing
Yeah.
called a sleeping pattern because the baby sleeps whenever the baby wants. I mean,
That's how I
oh,
grew up also. That's how I grew up also. I have uh family and are almost the same age as me, and they did not sleep train their kids, and they did suffer.
okay, here Lamia is like laughing in the corner. Okay.
Yeah, and they did suffer because and it was not because it was by choice,
Yeah.
it's not they were just okay with it, and I'm happy for them, but they are suffering, so they are complaining. And they're not happy about it now.
I can feel that evilness. All right, I'm happy for you too. So I think let's wrap up this episode.
Yes.
We are coming with a lot of new, exciting, controversial
Episodes.
topics because we are very different people and we do have a lot to talk about. So can we sign off?
Till next time. Yeah, till
Yes,
next
stay
time.
tuned. Thank you so much,
See you soon.
Lamia.
Bye.